What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Ocular Ignis, their version of a Masterpiece Scale Hotspot. So I got this from the Chosen Prime. Thanks for sending these out. It's a little bit late, but it is here. I'm excited for it because it's the third member in the set of Protectobots from MMC. I've been really liking them. They've been very slow forthcoming, but they are making progress, and I'm excited to see the final combiner. But let's take a look at this guy in vehicle mode. It looks awesome. It's got some nice paint details. You got silver, red, orange, gold, and black paint. Nice little logo here in the middle. You got a fire logo here on the side. That looks cool. On the top, you've got translucent red emergency lights with silver paint, and then silver for the horn. For the wheels, you have silver paint with rubber tires. It rolls really nicely. Nice hefty piece with nice rubber tires. It just feels very premium. Some details here. I think this white is plastic, but the black and the silver is painted on. That detail looks really nice. You got silver lines here painted along the side. Little accents black here. Little dials and gauges and hose attachments or adapters and stuff like that. It all looks really good. The bottom is really clean. There's nothing down here. It's just very clean. On the back, you got some tail lights here, painted in orange. Overall, really clean looking fire truck. It does have some features. So you have the raising ladder here. This piece is intended to kind of lock in place. If you look right here, the ladder just kind of sits down into there, but as you raise and lower it, sometimes it gets detached, but not a big deal. It does work. You can rotate it around and lift it all the way up if you want. It does start to come out of here, so you just got to push that back down. You can collapse the ladder down if you want. Of course, my preference is have it all the way out. This does slide forward and backward. I think it's intended to be backwards on this vehicle. You also have these stabilizers which push down and click into place, so make sure you click them into place. It doesn't actually lift up the vehicle, so like what I mean is it doesn't sit on those. You can still roll the tires, but it looks nice and it's a really like well done feature, so it just works. Other things you can do is you can bring in the weapons, so you get two sets of guns that look like this. And they have a tab right here, so you can plug those in like this on both sides if you want to. It also comes with these, which are part of the combine mode, but you can use them here as guns. So you can plug that into here, and then this tab will tab in right there. And then same thing, you can plug that back into the side, and now you have storage for the weapons. And I always appreciate weapon storage on figures like this. It's just that added engineering and thought they put into it. So that looks really cool, and it does raise up with the ladder if you wanted to. And for a quick comparison, there it is next to the Ocular Max First Aid, or they call it Medicus, and Navigant, their version of Streetwise. And it's a good looking team. They're looking good together. I might actually pick up the alternate painted version of this one just to see how it looks, but really nice looking team in vehicle mode so far. And because it's tradition, here it is next to the Magic Square version of Optimus Prime. And it fits in nicely. The cab is similar in size to the front of the truck. Now if we bring in the trailer, we can bring in MP10's trailer here. You can see the fire truck is a little bit shorter than the length of this trailer. So it fits in nicely, again, with Masterpiece scale figures. All right, now let's get Ignis transformed into base mode. So if you haven't already removed the guns from the side, we'll collapse this down just to give yourself some room. We're going to unpeg this from here. It is lightly pegged in, but it's pegged in here and here. So just set that forward for now. Come to the side, you're going to lift up this panel here, lift up this one. We're going to angle this 45 degrees because that'll allow you to take this and flip it around to this side and just set it side there, and then put that back down. Same on this side. Lift this up, rotate this 45 degrees, rotate this around, and set it down right there. We'll come to the back and take care of the legs next. So you're going to disconnect the legs from each other. This has two moves, so you can lift that up. We're going to lift up here, and then we're going to bring down here. All right, same here, lift up, bring down, and then we're going to rotate the legs so that we have this on top. So rotate that and rotate that. Make sure they're straight. Next, we can take care of this panel. So open this up and set this down like that. We can just leave this loose for now. We're going to take the two arm sections, detach them from each other, bring them down, rotate it, and then bring this around. And same for this one, bring this down, rotate it, bring it around. So it looks like that. And then we're going to take this, and it looks like I have the head backwards, so let me just fix that. I'll rotate the head around. It should be hidden. You should be seeing the back of his head. Right, so it should just be a black square there. Anyway, take this. This will tab back in. Yeah, it does tab back in here. And then this is going to come up. We're going to extend this ladder. There are two little pegs right here on the top that are going into the ladder. That's what's holding it up. So get those pegged in. It's a little tricky. There we go. So it should look like that. And you can extend this out however you want, but essentially have it like that. All right, and the last kind of thing we need is the guns for this. So go ahead and grab these. Now these are supposed to just kind of sit right here. They kind of sit loose. I like to open up the handles and just close the big handle. It helps a little bit, not much, but helps to hold on a little bit better. Same on this side. Attach the gun. And again, I like to use the smaller handle. And then you can take these, and these can attach here. And you can kind of do it however you want. They have them like armatures. I'm just using them as guns, but there you go. There's base mode. Not too bad as far as base modes are concerned. You can put a little guy here, like maybe a, you know, Target Master or something like that. So for example, here it is with Spike from MB10. Or here is a Target Master. I think this is the Fans Toys Target Master. And have him sit there and, you know, pilot the thing. So you can mess with this a little bit if you need to. All right, now let's get him into a robot mode, and pretty easy from here. So go ahead and remove these weapons. Just set them aside for now. And we'll start here. We're gonna collapse this down, and we can unpeg it from here. Come to the bottom here. We're going to lift up on this and get this out. And you're going to bring this all the way around. Collapse this all the way down. And this is going to just end up on the bottom here. But leave that like that for now. And we'll take care of the legs next. So come to here. You can rotate the leg down. You can bring this down. And you're going to push this pin in, which allows you to unlock this joint right here. And then you can lock that back up. So there's your leg. All right, come to the bottom here. You're going to fold in this panel. Fold out the toe. This toe, you have to have it configured like this in order for it to transform and fit perfectly square in there. So just showing that. But you're going to rotate this all the way out. You want this little middle piece here to become the top of the foot. And I'll show you what it looks like. It looks like that. So you have this piece on the front. You're going to close up this panel and don't push it past this. It should just sit flat like that. And then bring this up. So that's how one leg should look. So go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. All right, now we got the lugs squared away. We can take care of the upper body. So come over here. You're going to flip this head around. Rotate this black panel down out of your way. Rotate the head around. And here's the combiner head. And I just wanted to show you, it does come with an alternate head. So a little bit different shape. This one's more squared off. This is more angular. Slightly different faces. It's a very good looking head. You got, painted metallic blue and gray for the face. They do come with replacement faces, kind of a yelling face, each of them. So you can have that. I'm not going to be going over the combined mode today, so that's why I want to show you this. We'll get to that when we get to the combined mode video. But for now, we're just going to be working on the robot mode. So go ahead and lift up on the chin. That'll open up the combined mode head. Flip down the robot mode head. Close this up. Bring this back around. And then we can rotate this entire thing back down. And now we've got the robot mode head. We can rotate that to the front. And that takes care of the head. For the chest piece here, we're going to take care of this. So there's two panels you want to push out. So sliding down here. And then we're going to push down on these panels here, which exposes these little slots that are going to fit into the front of the chest. So push here, don't push on here because you push that back in. And just tab that in to the front here. There we go. And now we can take care of the backpack. So have these out to the side. For this, we're going to lift this up, open up this here, open up that front piece. That'll allow you to flip this all the way around. This is just going to sit underneath like that. These two pegs are going to end up in these two slots, and then this slot right here is going to end up tabbed in right here. Right, and then on the side we have two tabs on these side pieces. They're going to go into a slot here on the backpack. So get this folded up, get this slid upwards so it's flat. Bring this up, tab this in, and don't tab it in all the way because first we're going to plug these in. That gives a little bit of wiggle room. Then push this in, and you'll hear it click into place. You know that's on there now. Alright, so we're getting to the home stretch here. We'll take care of the arms. So for the arms, we're going to open up this panel here. Fold that down. We're going to open up this panel, and we're basically going to fold this entire piece down. So it looks like that. Fold this in, fold this up. We can fold the arm down. And we want this to the front. This is going to rotate to the back, so rotate this around and tab it back in on this side. For the shoulder piece, bring this down, and then this is going to tab in the side of the arm. Oh, and we forgot one thing. We're going to rotate this little piece upwards and then tab that back in. Bring up the arm. There's a little notch here you can grab onto, or you can just pull here. Bring this down, rotate out your hand, close the arm back up, and then rotate the hand. So you end up with this. And go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. All right, just a couple finishing touches. You're going to slide the forearm back so it lines up with that panel nicely. Like that. And then for the head, you want to get these ears pulled out. It's a little tricky. It's actually easier if you bring this down and you get a spudger up in there and you kind of pull forward on the ear. But you basically got to slide these out and they're easy to push back in. I probably just did it actually. Let's see. Yep, I did. So pull these out and then don't push on them because they slide in very easily. But once you get those out, then you can push the chest back in. Make sure you tab it. Push in the middle. Don't push here because you'll be pushing those back in. All right, and there is Ignis in robot mode. And I really like how this looks. I was, told by at least some of the reviews I watched that it was very plain, and it was just very flat, not a lot of colors. I will say in hand, there is some accents and things that make it interesting visually. They have a lighter and darker blues mixed in on the arms. Lighter and darker blues here, black spots here and there that kind of mix in. You got black on the arm, silver here. There's little bits and accents here, not a lot, but just enough to keep it interesting. I do really love the face sculpt. It's really well done. It's got a nice face mask, painted blue with red eyes, silver accents here. Here's the back. It cleans up really nicely, very, very clean. And overall, I just really like the look of this robot mode. Let's go over the articulation. The head, and you want to hold here, don't hold on the ears because you'll push them in accidentally. But the head is on a ball joint, goes down to there, up to there, side to side, and it rotates all the way around. Shoulders rotate around on a friction joint, out to the side on a ratchet, actually 2 ratchets, so you can get a shoulder all the way up. Big beefy shoulder. You have a rotation here at the bicep. Rotation here at the elbow. Double jointed elbow gets you the full bend. You have a rotation here at the wrist. Individually articulated fingers. I really like how these are done. The regular digits are well done. The thumb is on a ball joint so you can rotate, go in and out. But these hands work very well. As far as the waist, you have a waist swivel. You have an ab crunch on a ratchet. It gets you all the way down there. For a big guy like this, love to see stuff like that. It's great. For the legs, you have a hip skirt here. These hip skirts do move. They kind of disconnect here for combined mode, so just keep aware you want to push these in. But leg will kick up to there on a ratchet. Back to there on a ratchet. Really nice, strong ratchet. Out to the side on a ratchet. A little bit softer. You have a rotation here at the mid-thigh. Nothing up here because that's part of the combiner joint. But you do have a rotation at a cut joint. 90-degree bend at the knee gets you up to there. Ankle tilt, toe tilt forward and backward. No ankle forward and backward pivot, but you do have the toe tilt so you can get a walking pose if you need to. All right, now we'll take a look at the accessories. And same ones we looked at before. We got the guns here. And you can fold down the handle. It will actually fit with the larger combiner mode handle in the hand, but for the sake of doing it right, we'll use a smaller handle. And you can get the thumb around, and that looks really nice, really cool. And there is a kind of a fan mode. By the way, you can take these, and these will plug into here. So if you want, side guns or whatever, you can do that. You can fold it down like this. That probably makes more sense. And you can have one on each side if you want. And I mean, these are all like fan mode things, so there you go for that. Or what I like to do is this battle mode where you take this, open this up, open up this, bring this all the way around to the other side. So basically fold it over. So it's like this. And then we can use this tab or slot on the top to tab in his gun. So there's a tab right here. You can tab it in. And now he's got, basically shoulder mounted missiles, which is pretty cool. And you can do it on both sides if you want. So you could come up with other creative ways to display him, but kind of fun. And there's the team together so far, the ones we've gotten, and they do look good together. I will say Ignis is probably the most fun transformation out of the three, having just transformed all three of these. Most intuitive and fun. This one is probably second, this one's probably third, but really a fun transformation style on all of these. And for another comparison, there it is next to the Ocular Max version of Onslaught. And a lot of people before this came out were saying it's basically the same. It's not the same at all. It's a very different mold. Transformation is completely different. The vehicle mode, everything pretty much. It's got some ideas about engineering, but overall nothing really shared here across the two. So really cool. And they are about the same size, so that's kind of neat, but very different engineering on these two. And because it's tradition on this channel, there it is next to the Magic Square Optimus Prime. Big, beefy guy here. He really takes up a lot of space, but it looks good. It scales well with the Masterpiece line. So final recommendations on the Ocular Max Ignis. I love this thing. I think they did a great job. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Strong recommendation. It really is fun to transform. It works in all three modes. I haven't looked at the combined mode yet. We're going to look at that in a separate video. But as far as the three modes presented here, I love them. Only minor complaints. Overall, I do like the accessories and the look of this guy. I was initially a little worried because people were saying it's very plain, but there's plenty of detail. I forgot to mention there's a little silver detail on the inside of the legs. Plenty of detail, plenty of accents. Really nice looking figure. I'd say the only complaint is these ears. They fold in too easily. If you grab here on the head, you can push the ears in. And these little panels right here in front of the feet, they don't go in all the way, but they go in a little bit, so you can adjust them. Really, really minor complaints there. So other than that, highly recommend this. Even if you're just getting it as a standalone figure on its own, and you're not planning to combine it, it really works. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.